Namo Phat. Good morning. Thank you for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fifth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful consumption, I vow to cultivate good health, both physical and mental, for myself, my family, and my society, by practicing mindful eating, drinking, and consuming. I will ingest only items that preserve peace, well-being, and joy in my body, in my consciousness, and in the collective body and consciousness of my family and society. I'm determined not to use alcohol or any other items that contain toxins, such as certain TV programs, magazines, books, films, and conversations. I'm aware that to damage my body or my consciousness with these poisons is to betray my ancestors, my parents, my society, and future generations. I will work to transform violence, fear, anger, and confusion in myself and in society by practicing a diet for myself and for society. I understand that a proper diet is crucial for self-transformation and the transformation of society. We're reading Working with the Five Hindrances by Ajahn Thiradhammo, and this morning we're still in the introduction in a section called Relating with Hindrances. When we are able to get some perspective on the various hindrances, we have the possibility to go through and beyond them. In a sense, they are still there in a certain form, but our relationship to them changes. For example, by being aware of sensual desire and understanding its effects, we are less likely to give energy to it, and it stops feeding certain aspects of our old selfhood. Knowing that sensual desire is an expression of selfhood, its view of reality, its particular form of thirst, its way of grasping, etc., allows a more open, inquiring space, suitable for insight to arise in its place. Another benefit of investigating the hindrances is that we begin to see these aspects of our being more as flowing, impersonally conditioned forces and less as static objects. The word hindrance denotes thingness. It seems I can take that thing out of my mind. I'll take sensual desire out of this part, aversion out of that part. This is usually how we relate to things. However, when we become more aware of the hindrances as personal experiences, we come to see them as energies, as attitudes, as forces within us. So to be able to work with them skillfully, we need to be a lot more flexible in our approach. A good example is becoming more aware of sensual desire. The word desire already implies a certain amount of energy. Desire equals energy. However, most people focus on the object of desire, the something it is fixed on. I desire that thing. Then things change, and desire looks around for something else to latch onto. Watch out, desire is on the loose. However, when you can tune into that desire energy, you can transform it into something more skillful. It can be turned into a more positive energy, possibly into right energy, right effort, or desire for spiritual practice, dhammacanda. When we become more open to the hindrances at the energy level, we begin to see them quite differently. They become more fluid, open forces and energies, which can be transformed. What before were hindrances, something to be concerned or disturbed about, are now fertilizer for wisdom. The way to awakening is through the hindrances, not by fighting against them. We are awakened to them as they really are, rather than seeing them as a self would have us believe. That's what awakening to the real truth of reality is, seeing things as they really are, free from self's delusions. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much for joining me today.